Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at the secret rares, well, some new secret rares from Crimson Haze, and the pull rates for the set. They've gone and done that lovely thing they tend to do when they open the box over on the Japanese YouTube channel, so we can have a look at what they got and what it means. Sound like a plan? Excellent. So, starting off then, we got a couple of new secret rares. We might as well have a look at them. And we've got ourselves a Poltergeist. That's a thing, right? Yeah. These names I do sometimes get a little bit confused. A T from the teal mask. Now, of course, this is the pre-evolution. What we really want to be seeing a lot of the time is the bigger dude. But of course, in this set, the bigger dude is an EX, so it does make perfect sense to have the basic as an illustration rare, and then the EX. Now, we don't actually know if the EX is getting a special illustration rare yet. That has not been shown off, that has not been confirmed one way or the other. It is one of those wait-and-see situations. We just don't know, is the honest answer. We know it's getting an EX because we've seen it. We've also seen that it does get one of the booster packs for Twilight Masquerade, which is how we're getting Crimson Haze over here. It would be kind of cool if we had the pair of them, but a lot of the time they don't pair up and give you the full evolution line unless they really theme the artwork. So take the Minccino and Cinccino, for instance, from the previous set from Temporal Forces. Well, Temporal Forces for us, but they're cool and they fit together and it's kind of beautiful. That's the kind of time we see that. We rarely tend to get the whole evolution line unless they theme the artwork like it. Still a chance. Still absolutely could happen. I'm leaning towards it probably won't. Prove me wrong, Pokemon. Prove me wrong. And this pre-evolution actually is pretty good because it's got a really nice ability. The ability here basically prevents damage and effects of attacks when it's on the bench. And look, it's got 30 HP. 30 HP is appalling. It is absolutely horrendous. So, yeah, you kind of need some protection there. And to be fair, it does get protection from damage and effective attacks, damage counters and the like, when it's on the bench. Can still be hurt by abilities, but that's actually not bad. Like, as far as it goes, it's not perfect protection. No one's arguing that it is. But it is some protection. And honestly, that'll do. Like, compared to, the terribly low HP, the fact that it's got some protection is pretty gosh darn nice. And there was another illustration rare which was shown off. It is Heliolisk, and I adore this. This one is absolutely beautiful and wonderful and amazing and lovely, and we are a huge fan. So it's kind of lovely that we get to see. I mean, it's running across the water. Why is it running across the water? Because it can. If I was a lizard that could run across the water, I'd be running across the water all day, every day. It'd be my favourite thing to do. But just the art style here is just absolutely stunning. I think it is brilliant. It is lovely. It has now become one of my chase cards from the set. To be fair, I do tend to pick up all the Japanese illustration rares because, they're absolutely stunning. But regardless, I just think this is... Like, we've had a lot of phenomenal illustration rares over the past few years. And yet this is still one of those ones where we're just like, this is next level. This is absolutely absurd. The art in the Pokemon TCG at the moment. Like, we're living in the golden age of art for the Pokemon TCG. I've said that for a while. And that has been true, incidentally, for a while. It feels like we've been in this situation for a long time now. And I honestly hope it never ends. I saw a post the other day where someone was like, is anyone else getting a bit tired of the illustration rares? I'm like, no. Do you not remember where we were, like, in the first year of Sword and Shield? Where we had, like, rainbow rares, and that was about it. No! These are amazing. I love them. I hope they never go away. Now, usually at this point, this will be the part of the video where I'd go and show you which of the secret rares they pulled. They actually got very lucky. They went and got the Lana Special Illustration Rare, the one I showed you actually just earlier today. And it is absolutely stunning. Of course, Lana is a very good new card. It's the one that lets you put 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy from your discard pile into your hand. We've got amazing artwork here. There's a Wooper hanging out in the background because apparently that's just what Wooper does nowadays. And it's just a stunning card. Now, one of the big questions we have had with the last kind of couple of sets over in Japan is the pull rates for a spec. And it really does seem to be 1 per box. Here they went and pulled Hyper Aroma, and they do seem pretty set on 1 per box. It seems pretty strict at this point. Like, we saw them open boxes of Cyber Judge and Wild Force, the last couple of sets, and they got 1 in each box. I opened a box of each of that set, and I got 1 in each box. They got 1 here. I can't say it's an absolute guaranteed 1 per box, because I've had a 5th EX from some box, I've had a 2nd Secret Rare from some Japanese boxes. So maybe there's some lucky boxes out there with a 2nd A-Spec, that would be cool. But as it stands at the moment, it seems pretty clear that they are 1 per box. As for Hyper Aroma, which is the one that I actually ended up pulling, it's an alright card. Lets you search your deck for 3 Stage 1 Pokemon, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. Cool. And look, it's not going to work for everything. It's not going to work for every deck. When I showed you this the other day, I equated it to Master Ball, and that is exactly how I feel. It seems very much like Master Ball, which is to say, not going to see a lot of play in every deck, not for every deck, but some decks are going to come along that absolutely love it. Like Master Ball searches any Pokemon, it's alright. Most decks don't want to play it. But it is the A-Spec of choice in Lugia decks, and Lugia actually won the Champions League that we've had since that set became legal. Since A-Specs came back, there is 1 A-Spec that has been in the winning Champions League deck, and it is Master Ball, and it's only really good in Lugia, but it is good in Lugia, and that's kind of the point. We could see a similar kind of thing here. Decks look like a lot of Stage 1s, and you can get Rulebox Pokemon with this, just to be clear, so that makes it a lot better. So what do we get from the pull rates then? Well, we see a similar kind of thing that we are used to. There are 4 EXs per box. This time around, they went and got themselves both of the Paradox Pokemon, that is to say Iron Thorns and Screamtail. Incidentally, they are the only of the Paradox Pokemon that got EXs in this set. They were revealed pretty early. There was a question of, hey, might we get some more? No, those 2. They then got Blood Moon Ursaluna, who is, of course, the poster child for the set. Fun fact, they were the first 3 EXs shown off. And then they also went and got the Terra Fighting type Greninja, which I really want it to be good. Single energy, 170, search for any card. I really do think this one could end up being pretty gosh darn good. So then I asked my usual thing here, could anybody name the 2 EXs that they did not pull? I mean, one I've clearly already given away. It's Sinister. And then the other one is the Terra Fire type Macargo. You get 4 out of 6 EXs in a box. That's what they got here. It's awesome. They then got 3 of the 12 artwork rares. Pinsir was the other one they got, as you can see on the screen, which is really kind of nice. I love that one. The art style. It's a new artist. The art style is just lovely. They got 1 secret rare, which is the Lana Special Illustration rare. As a side note, if this was the box I'd opened, I would be very, very happy with this. And then they got themselves 1 of the 3 A-Specs. It seems pretty clear that there are 3 A-Specs per set. There were 3 in each of the last 2 sets in Japan. There's 3 in this set. And because we know that there are 6 total in Twilight Masquerade, that basically guarantees that there are 3 in the next Japanese set, Mask of Change. 4 sets in a row, all having 3 A-Specs. That seems pretty conclusive to me. And I really, really like this. I mean, I buy Japanese boxes. That's what I do, right? And if you have a look at this, you buy a box. You might be missing like 1 holo sometimes. But you've got 4 of the 6 EXs. Buy 2, you got the complete set. 1 of the 3 A-Spec. Buy the other 2, you're good. And then you do have to buy 9 artwork rares. But generally speaking, you buy a box, then it's 9 artwork rares, 2 EXs, 1 A-Spec. And a lot of these cards end up costing like $1 or something like that. They're very, very cheap. Yes, you'll get the odd A-Spec like Prime Catcher that gets very expensive, I grant you. But generally speaking, you buy a box and then it's really easy to complete the set with singles. When I talk about completing the set, for me personally, it's all the regular cards and then the artwork rares and ace specs now. I do not try and get all of the other secret rares, your full arts, your gold, your special illustration rares, because I'm not rich. Right, there we go. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me which of these cards you're looking for. Tell me if you're going to be picking up any Crimson Haze. And if you're not, tell me what you're excited about from Twilight Masquerade. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.